Do you struggle with dry, undefined, and frizzy curly hair? Then this video is exactly for you. Because today I'm gonna show you my full routine, how you can fix your damaged curly hair instantly. The first step you have to do is to fix your curly hair instantly is start using jojoba oil. I always use jojoba oil before I wash my hair because this is gonna protect my hair with some moisture. And yes, also the shampoos that are not as harsh strip away your scalp of its natural oils. And this is just gonna help us that the shampoo is not stripping away as much oil. So we're gonna get a nice protective barrier to not get our hair as dry, because the dryness is what's causing all the problems. So just use some and put it all over your hair. This is gonna take a minute, but it's really worth it to spread it out evenly throughout your hair. You also need to take multiple pumps. And just apply it. That's the only thing you have to do. All right, the jojoba oil is now in my hair, and now you should wait at least 30 minutes. I'm gonna wait 60 minutes because I wanna get all the moisturizing benefits that the jojoba oil provides you with. And if you don't have jojoba oil with you right now, you can also use coconut oil because coconut oil is also great for moisturization. I'll see you guys in 60 minutes. So an hour just went by, and now it's time to get rid of the jojoba oil. What I'm gonna do now is basically using a shampoo. This shampoo works really good on my scalp. And after the shampoo, I'm gonna use a deep hydration mask. A hair mask is extremely important, especially if you struggle with having dry, frizzy hair, because the hair mask is gonna load your hair full with protein. So your hair will get that nice and sleek shine. But wait, there is something that you have to do every time after using a hair mask. Otherwise, you won't get all the benefits. Let's get rid of this. Let me give you guys a quick run through how you properly wash your hair without hurting it. The first thing you want to do is you want to use lukewarm water, because the lukewarm water still opens up the scalp so you can properly clean it without giving your hair any damage. Because for people who have healthier hair, they can use a bit hotter water, but I wouldn't recommend you to use the cold water when it's time to apply the shampoo. The shampoo you only want to apply into the scalp. So what I always do is I put it into my palm and then I spread it out and massage the shampoo with my fingertips into my scalp. This takes me about 1 to 2 minutes, and really make sure that you're very gentle to your scalp, and make sure to focus mainly on the backside of your head, because that's where the most buildup is stored. Once you did that, you just rinse your hair really quick, and then you repeat the same thing again. Yes, I always mention it, you should double cleanse, because if you don't have to double cleanse, you don't need to wash your hair, and you should double cleanse every time you wash your hair. So 2 rounds of shampoo are done, and once you have that, you take the hair mask and apply it to your hair. This is really, really important. Only apply the product to the mids and ends of your hair. And whenever I've spread the product out with my fingers, I like to take a detangling brush and take the time to finally detangle my hair, because a lot of people always ask me, do you even detangle your hair because you have curly hair? Yes, and I love doing it, because when I have the hair mask in, it's the easiest to do, and I finally feel like my hair feels really, really fresh again. After that, I just let the product sit in for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I just rinse it off. But this time I'm using cold water, and yes, the cold water for this part is important, because the cold water is going to seal the hair cuticle, which is important after washing, because we don't want to have the hair cuticle open, because that can be an issue why you struggle with frizz. Fresh out of the shower, you can already see how healthy my hair looks. The difference is just insane. Compare my look from the beginning of the video, where my hair was completely dry and frizzy, to right now. And we only did the first 2 steps so far, which was oiling up and having the wash routine. And now, like, just from that hair mask, yo, my hair feels so freaking silky and good. But there is one thing, and that is the next step, because right now we have to lock in the moisture that we got from the hair mask. Yes, the hair mask is very, very beneficial for getting rid of frizz, but the hair mask is just the foundation. So what completes everything is this bad boy, a good leave-in conditioner. I can never go after a wash without a leave-in conditioner. A leave-in conditioner, if you want to get rid of the damaged hair, you have to get yourself a good leave-in conditioner. So what I'm basically doing is I just apply this all over my hair after washing, and that is layering the foundation for good, healthy hair, because the hair mask only gives you the hydration in the shower shower and a few minutes after. But the problem is, if I would just let my hair air dry with no products, it would start to get more frizzy again. But this thing is going to give us the moisturization we actually need. I'm not going to go too deep into styling right now, so I'll see you guys at the next tip. The next thing you have to start doing is letting your hair air dry most of the time. Why did I say most of the time? Because there are certain occasions where you just have to diffuse, but whenever you diffuse, make sure to use a heat protectant. And I would only recommend you to diffuse whenever you have to go out really fast, especially when it is windy or when it is really cold, because you don't want your hair to freeze, or with the wind you're just going to end up with extremely frizzy hair. But the majority of the time you should let your hair air dry at home. So whenever you're planning to meet someone or your hair needs to be looking good, make sure to make your hair in advance. And another thing on top of that is, when you let your hair air dry, don't touch it. A lot of people make the mistakes. After a while they just start touching their hair even though it's still wet. Guys, when your hair is wet, it's the most fragile, and this is where it starts to get damaged. So make sure to avoid touching your hair with your hands. Don't lean your head against the pillow, because the pillow is gonna make your hair extremely frizzy. Make sure you sit on a desk or so, maybe get some work done, or if you sit on a couch, just make sure your head is not touching any pillows or so. The next thing you want to do is, when your hair is fully air dried, it should look like this. But like I said, you shouldn't touch your hair. But what we're gonna do now, since our hair is already dry, it's just extremely crunchy, we take a bit of some hair oil, rub it into our palms, and get rid of the crunchiness. Basically, why am I doing this? I'm doing this to prevent frizz again, because the hair oil just locks in the curly hair really good, and you won't get flyaways. And especially if you want to grow out your hair, this is really great, because you're gonna always protect your ends, and the ends are the most important part when you are growing out your hair, because if you always have to cut your ends, then you will never really grow your hair. All right, my hair looks really good now, and it's crazy just from the little things that I did so far, how my hair turned out, like really hydrated, curly again, not extremely frizzy and just all over the place. This is really good, and that is why we're going over to the next step. And now to the part where most people mess up. I just had a great day. I was outside, my hair still looks good, which is great, but I'm about to go to sleep, and here's where most people mess up. Literally everyone with curly hair struggles with having bad head. And why is that? Because all of us sleep on a pillow like this, and then we twist and turn and twist and turn while sleeping, and this is causing the frizz. You wake up the next day and you're like, damn, my hair looked so freaking good when I went to sleep, and you woke up and your hair is completely messed up. And then you would have to do a full refresh routine, which you don't want to do, because we styled it today already, and we want to have the style for the next 2 to 3 days at least, until we give it a refresh. And this is also important for not getting long-term frizz, because in a recent video I was using the worst shampoos out there, and my hair still didn't look as bad, even though these bad shampoos really strip your scalp off of all the natural oils. And I sleep every single night with one of these, and I'm gonna prove it to you guys right now, because whenever I sleep with them, the next morning my hair looks freaking good. I will go to sleep now, put this on, and I don't care if I look like an old lady, my hair is gonna look good in the morning. All right, it is the next day, and let me show you what I mean. Oh, this is not exactly what I expected. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is exactly what I expected, because if you see, my curls are all just tucked together very tight, and what I have to do now is very simple. Within the next 30 seconds, I will just loosen up my curls and they will look great again. Oh my god, this is such a life hack. So if you have done all of this and you feel like your hair is still a bit frizzy even after sleeping, what you can do is you just take a bit of some hair oil and apply it just to the ends of your hair again. This should control the frizz and make sure that you have no flyaways. And let me answer a few of you guys' questions, because I feel like everyone is gonna ask this in the comments. How often should you do this a week? I would say at least once and max twice, because you don't want to overwash your hair unless you're like extremely into sports and you sweat every day a bunch and you just have to shower a lot. But I would say 1 to 2 times a week. If you do it 2 times, I would recommend you to do it on the second time with the conditioner, not the hair mask. And the best thing about this is now that I can go at least 1 more day, so today and tomorrow, without having to refresh my hair. I'm gonna make a full-on video on how to properly refresh your curly hair. I hope this video helped you out and now you won't have frizzy hair again. If you need some good curly hair products, make sure to check those out that I have linked under this video, and make sure to watch one of these videos. Peace.